Danger. That is what Gary Neville had to say about Todd Boehly, the new Chelsea owner. He thinks American owners are a threat to the entire Premier League, which again, I do understand where he's coming from, but really what Todd Boehly was saying makes a lot of sense when you think about it now. Again, I'm not for or against an all-star game and everything that Todd Boehly said. Obviously, I'm a Chelsea fan. They're the best team in London, but still, some of the ideas did have some more and made sense why Todd Boehly was making that claim. Now, Gary Neville obviously is not a fan of any American owners. We've known this for quite some time. He's made multiple things about Chelsea's owner, Todd Boehly, who's already claimed as Todd Woodward, going in reference to Ed Woodward at Manchester United, who used to be there, and obviously the Glazers, who he's not satisfied at all. Anytime he has a chance to pretty much say anything bad about the Glazers, he takes an opportunity, and also any Americans, he takes an opportunity at that. But the funny thing is that he's also known to be friends with Peter Lim. Now, Peter Lim is the owner of Valencia, who's not American, but it shows you that it doesn't have to be an American owner to run a club poorly. As we've seen at Valencia back in the early 2000s, plenty of history at this club. Peter Lim comes in and just absolutely destroys that entire history. And then he goes on top of that and hires Gary Neville as a manager. Gary Neville had zero experience, yet somehow got a managerial position at one of the top clubs in La Liga, and as we know, that did not turn out very well for Gary Neville or Valencia. And the thing is that it doesn't matter where an owner's from. They can still make bad decisions. Again, it doesn't matter where you're from. Now, Todd Boehly has, again, made some interesting claims that he wants to have. So the first thing is the All-Star game. So let's talk about the All-Star game. Obviously, this would put more matches in a player, and again, we're already playing players too much. This is a known fact. Jurgen Klopp's talked about, Thomas Tuchel talked about, Pep Guardiola, all the managers have talked about players playing too much. It's making them tired, fatigued, leading to more injuries. So again, an all-star game really would not help anyone. The reason why Todd Boehly did mention this, though, is that if they did a charity game, this would help them raise money to help go to bottom clubs like in tier 2, 3, and 4, going down for the more, which again does make sense because it helps those clubs. But again, you're playing players more and more and more. The thing is that I find comical about this is that no one bats an eye about international friendlies. For UEFA, they're absolutely useless, yet somehow we have multiple international friendlies throughout the entire season. Yes, you could say players are gelling with their national team, which does kind of make sense, but still, we don't have to have this many international breaks and friendly matches, which again, it does the exact same thing. It plays more players, more matches, but no one benefits from it besides UEFA, which again, no other club benefits from it. So what's the point of even doing that? Now, that being said, Todd Boehly also did talk about changing up the way teams get relegated, which again, I'm not a fan of, but he's throwing ideas out there to maybe make things a little bit different, and he's thinking differently, which again, I don't think is a bad idea. Maybe it's not the right idea, but again, it's opening up conversations, which could then help not just the Premier League, but also Championship and lower club teams in the entire English soccer system, or football system, I should say. I'm from America, so again, maybe I'm a little bit biased when it comes to this, but really, Todd Boehly, all he's doing is just trying to open up the minds of some people. Now, obviously, Gary Neville has his saying, his thoughts, his ideas, but really, it's just, to me, comical how he takes this and runs with it and blames Todd Boehly and all American owners for bad running systems for businesses, for the Premier League. Yet, as I said before, we've seen other owners do the exact same thing, just run teams into the ground, try doping stuff. So again, there's a whole system on this that could happen. It's just not Todd Boehly and not just Americans. It's all owners that make poor decisions, and clubs feel the effect of it. So again, I'm kind of curious to see what comes out of this with Todd Boehly, with Chelsea. Obviously, I don't want an all-star game. I don't think we need any more games. We should cut down games for the most part. And what happens with relegation, I don't think anything changes with that as well. But still, it is up for debate what could happen in the near future. Obviously, Gary Neville's probably going to come out and say more stuff about Todd Boehly, but again, who knows what he'll say. So that is all I have for you today in this video. If you did enjoy this video, hit the like button and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate that. It helps get this video to more and more fans such as yourself. And let's have a conversation on what you guys think about the All-Star game, Todd Boehly, and what Gary Neville had to say about Chelsea's new owner. So that is it, and I will see you next time.